Of one of the most transformative events in world history, the Russian Revolution. We'll delve into its causes and far-reaching consequences. The Russian Revolution of 1917 fundamentally reshaped Russia, ushering in decades of communist rule and profoundly influencing global politics for the rest of the century. To understand the revolution, we must first set the scene. Russia in the early 1900s was a vast empire characterized by deep social divisions, industrial underdevelopment, and an archaic political system. The revolution wasn't a single event. Key phases include the failed 1905 uprising, the February 1917 revolution which overthrew the Tsar, and the October 1917 Bolshevik seizure of power. What led to this explosive social and political upheaval? Multiple factors converged to create a fertile ground for revolution. At the political core was the rigid, autocratic rule of the Romanov dynasty, embodied by Tsar Nicholas II. His resistance to political reform frustrated both liberals and radical groups. Russia was deeply stratified. A tiny elite held most power and wealth, while millions of peasants lived in poverty, and the rapidly growing urban working class faced harsh conditions. World War I served as the catalyst. Russia's catastrophic military failures, immense casualties, and severe food shortages discredited the Tsar and fueled mass discontent. In February 1917, widespread strikes and protests erupted in Petrograd. Driven by hunger and war weariness, these demonstrations escalated into a political crisis. Faced with mutiny from the military and the loss of authority, Tsar Nicholas II abdicated, marking the swift collapse of the 300-year-old Romanov dynasty. A provisional government was formed, but it struggled for legitimacy, sharing power uneasily with the Petrograd Soviet of Workers' and Soldiers' Deputies, leading to a period of, quote, dual power. 8 months later, a second, more radical revolution occurred, fundamentally changing the course of Russian history. The Bolshevik Party, led by Vladimir Lenin, offered simple, powerful solutions: peace, land, and bread. Their popularity surged as the provisional government failed to end the war or address land reform. In October 1917, the Bolsheviks orchestrated a near-bloodless coup, taking control of key government buildings and proclaiming Soviet power. The Bolshevik takeover did not immediately bring peace. It launched Russia into years of brutal internal conflict. The Russian Civil War followed, 1917 to 1922, pitting the Bolshevik Red Army against a diverse array of anti-Bolshevik forces, known as the Whites. The Reds ultimately prevailed, solidifying communist rule. The ultimate outcome was the formation of the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics in 1922, establishing the world's first officially communist state. The Russian Revolution remains a pivotal moment, fundamentally transforming Russian society, economy, and global standing. Its impact resonated globally, inspiring communist movements worldwide and setting the stage for the ideological battles of the Cold War era. Thank you for watching.